Man, I can't stop eating this kid's Halloween candy. What's going on, everybody?
Hi, everybody!
Sorry, I've been and this is getting old now, but haven't been putting anything out really lately. It's kind of official now. The weather focus is off. Better, yeah. The weather's kind of officially cold out. I'm getting a couple random warm days here and there, but definitely not warm enough to be doing any more fiberglassing. So now that I'm facing that, trying to kind of make a list of things that need to be done on the boat still, and what of that stuff can be done over the winter inside. I don't have a garage. I'm kind of down in my basement here, so I'm limited to a very small basement at that, and getting stuff up and down steps, and I can't obviously do anything too large or too heavy down here, but the one thing that I do plan on doing here is I just brought down my outdrive. See it there, got it on the stand. So my plan is this is going to be kind of a part one or whatever intro to outdrives, just to kind of show you what my plans are. This thing's been sitting out in my driveway since I took it off the boat about 1.5 years ago when I bought it. I mean, I took it off the day I got it back, and it's been sitting on a stand out there. Had a tarp on it, and the tarp kind of got beat up from the weather over time, and the last couple months it's been sitting out there in the elements, which is fine. It's what they're made to do. I mean, you think about it, it's on the back of a boat, it's out in the sun, in the water, whatever. It's kind of meant to be abused, but I wanted to get it down here and clean it up and get some oil on the input shaft or something, because I'm afraid sitting outside with the input shaft exposed like that, if it starts to get a little rusty, if that rust kind of starts to creep up the input shaft and get underneath where the seals are, that can start to wear out the seals. So I don't want it to get to that point. The U-joints I was planning on doing anyway, but now for sure I'm doing them because they've been out kind of exposed to the elements. So that's the plan as of now. So this is going to be like a several part series, I guess, that maybe I'll make into like a playlist that people can refer to. So part one will probably be doing the pressure test. Maybe 2 will be U-joints, 3 water pump, and who knows, 4 and 5 or whatever, depending on how the pressure test goes. If it doesn't pass the pressure test, at a minimum I'll be replacing the seals. But I feel like if I'm in there, I may look at like bearings and stuff like that. But if it gets into gears or in bad shape or anything like that, there's really no reason to replace gears. A gear set costs just as much as a new upper or lower from SEI, so I'll probably go that route if I need to. So yeah, let me get you turned around here and show you what the plans are, and then we'll go from there. Be right back. Alright, so pardon the mess. My basement's perpetually a mess. Got crap all over the floor, kids' toys, fiberglass supplies, whatever. Always something on my bench is pretty clean right now compared to normal. So yeah, the outdrive. The input shaft, you can see, is trying not to get too dirty here, but starting to get a little bit of surface rust there. It's not bad. It's basically, that'll clean up with like some steel wool or something like that. But the yokes up here, again, just surface rust. It's not pitting or anything like that. But I am going to replace the 2 U-joints, so I'll show you guys how to do that. These ones aren't making any noise, but I mean, they're not that expensive and they've been exposed to the elements, so I don't know if there's even any grease left in these things, and they're not greasable, so I'm just going to replace them anyway. I'm also going to show you how to drain the oil, remove the prop, basically just kind of do an overview on this thing, how to change the water pump. I'll also, I didn't mention this in the last clip here, but I also probably will be resealing the trim rams. I did that on my last boat. It's a pretty easy procedure, and they almost seem to all leak after a while, so it's probably due. Other than that, this thing appears to be in good shape. It's just really dirty from sitting out in the driveway, but probably also get some new anodes for it. These are pretty corroded. I mean, there's plenty of zinc left, but I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I can clean them up and get another few seasons out of them, but other than that, like I said, I don't plan on digging into the internals on this thing really, but that is obviously pending a pressure test, so I'll show you how to do that in the first part here. So yeah, so that's it. Whoa, way too close. All right, guys. So that's the plan. I will get this thing cleaned up here and kind of, I don't know, running out of room down here, but try and get it maneuvered in a place where I can get around it to all sides and go from there. I'll get a air tank filled up with air and kind of show you how I adapt the air hose to the drive, and we'll get a pressure test done in this next video. So stay tuned. I'm still working on it. This thing is dragging out, but I've said this to a bunch of people that have asked me, kind of like friends and coworkers and stuff, like, hey, is the boat done yet? You've been out on it? I've had it for a year and a half now, and last summer everybody's like, hey, when's the boat going to be done? I want to go out on it or whatever, as all friends do. They want to know somebody with a boat, they don't want to own one. But it was frustrating at first. It's like, man, I'm trying to get this thing done, but I want to do it right, and I'm trying to do all the things that I want to do, not just kind of necessarily throw it back together the way it was. But tell you what, man, if you are from the Northeast US, or especially like Pennsylvania, upper mid-Atlantic area, we got so much rain this summer. I think in like the month of July or something like that, we got basically like 3/4 of the rain we're supposed to get in a year, all just within like a couple of weeks in July. So, and that's just that one instance. I mean, all summer it's been raining. To be honest with you, I don't even know if I would have had a single chance to go boating this summer. I know a couple guys on the Iboats forum that tried to splash this year and didn't get to do it until like end of September, early October, just because the rivers had been so high and muddy. And so, I mean, that made it easier for me. I was kind of bummed out that I didn't get it splashed this year, but to be honest with you, I don't even know if I would have had a chance. So it feels kind of good to get over that hurdle and now kind of have time again where I can focus on doing things correctly and customizing things the way I want to, and actually spend time on it instead of kind of rushing through it. So yeah, we're getting there. Stay tuned. Part 1 will be out shortly. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. Outdrives can be kind of confusing if you never dealt with one before, so hopefully you guys find this useful. We'll see you on part 1 of pressure testing. See you soon.